So I got an Uber on Saturday night, and it probably ended up being the most chilling conversation I've had. He was a nice guy, and we had a good conversation over the 30-minute journey. I didn't record the conversation. And the fact he was a family man who I had a great conversation with is probably the issue. Anyway, he was an Afghan asylum seeker who came here perfectly legally with his family. He was telling me he was having a few issues with the kids in his local area, not getting on with his kids. They were subject to a bit of name calling and mild bullying, but nothing too severe from what I gathered. I'm not justifying that, but it's not the same as violence that threatens people's safety. He said he'd contacted the police and they wouldn't do anything about it, which he put down to racism. The police said the kids hadn't broken any laws, so there's not much they can do other than maybe have a word with them. It sounded like he wanted these kids in jail by the sounds of it. This is the chilling part. He said if the police won't deal with it, maybe he'll get the Muslim community together and they will deal with the issue themselves if the police won't, because in his culture, they'd just kill them and possibly their families too. I remember thinking, Jesus. He confidently told me that's how they dealt with this stuff back home. So it's up to the police how the issue gets dealt with. I got the impression the police did something after his threats. In the end, I didn't push back or say anything, and I regret it now. But the sheer matter of fact attitude he told me all this was unbelievable. Looking back, I should have said, you may threaten to kill people over family disputes in your country, but what you do in your country is irrelevant. You're not in your country now, and if you want to behave like that, you are free to go home and bring your kids up there. But we will not tolerate those medieval customs here. It's clear we are importing these people in record numbers, and this is the tribal culture some of them are bringing with them. And they aren't shy in imposing it on us. And remember, this was a perfectly nice family man coming out with all this crazy stuff. Does any normal, decent person really think it's a good idea building up massive communities of people with these kinds of attitudes?